Hello, my friends, and welcome back to the show that never ends. I'm Rod, your happy hippie, and I'm here to do a video on some VCLT I received today. It's Monday that I'm filming this, I believe the 27th. Went out for a nice bike ride this morning. I came home and there was mail on the kitchen table, so I'm really excited. While we're doing this, would you like a Twizzler? Anyone? Twizzler? If you want one, just let me know. I got you. Anyway, one of the packages I've already opened, and it's from Mr. Elliott Cruz at Lazy Dog Records, and he enclosed a very nice and very kind note in it. And I'm playing it in the background. Can y'all hear it? Jerry Garcia, Volume 2, the Jerry Garcia Band. Garcia Live. Fantastic track listing. I just put it on. CD 1 opens with How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You, his rendition of that. They do Forever Young on it, which was a staple of the Grateful Dead's live set, especially toward the late 70s and 80s. Anyway, Garcia Live Volume 2, the Jerry Garcia Band from Elliott Cruz. This was recorded live at the Greek Theater in Berkeley, California, August 5th, 1990. And I can't thank you enough, Mr. Cruz, Elliott Cruz. The CD came with this little booklet. And as always, the Grateful Dead, they have really cool artwork. And Elliott, I can't thank you enough, brother. This was a complete surprise. Actually, not a total surprise, because about a week ago he asked me for my address, but that was a surprise. I wasn't, he absolutely had no reason to do this except out of kindness, and surely wasn't expecting something as nice as this. Garcia Live, most of you know that's one of my top bands, definitely my favorite American band. Jerry Garcia was a huge part of that band. So I'm going to enjoy this for years to come. Let me read you some of the tracks on here. On disc 2, Midnight Moonlight featuring Bella Fleck. If you're not familiar with Bella Fleck, Google him. The dude's amazing. Just amazing. Classically trained musician, who does a lot of bluegrass work. Bella Fleck and the Fleck Tunes. When I was at WDVX back in the late 90s, he was like a staple of what we did. Really, really, really a core Americana artist, Bella Fleck. Also, Waiting for a Miracle, That Lucky Old Sun, Tangled Up in Blue, another Bob Dylan song. Jerry loves his Bob Dylan. In fact, there's a Bob Dylan song in the background, Forever Young. So Elliott, I can't thank you enough, my friend. This really means a lot that you thought of me, that you sent this to me. And I'm absolutely loving it. Absolutely loving it. Okay, the next thing I have was a second piece of VCLT, and this is from Dana Kimbo. He has a great channel, and I'm going to spell out his last name. That way I won't butcher it, and you can look him up on YouTube. All right, here we go.
Hey, good morning, everybody out there in the vinyl community.
That's him in the background talking. Okay, it's Dana, D-A-N-A, and he goes by Kimbo, but it's spelled K-I-M-B-O-R-O-W-I-C-Z. And he's got the last 4 letters of his name, W-I-C-Z, sound like a radio station. W-I-C-Z. Anyway, Kimbo, I know one of these we had talked about. He had shown a really cool video of him going to this guy's garage where he buys music. It's set up like a record store. And I saw he was flipping through and it caught my eye. I saw a Root Boy Slim and the Sex Change Band album. And I sent him a message like, oh my God, find out how much that is. Root Boy Slim is an artist who lived in Tacoma Park, Maryland, right outside of Washington, D.C. in PG County on the borderline. So he was a D.C. homeboy. Root Boy Slim, a graduate of Yale. But you never would have believed that by his stage act and just how insane of a man he was. Really cool musician. Kind of, I don't know how to describe it. I don't always say satire, but he was a blues, kind of hard rock, psyche musician who did not take himself serious at all. Oh, there's a sticker in it. Fat Cat Records. Very cool. I love stickers. I have a collection of them from different record stores. Some from Noble Records. Randy Weaver had sent me some stuff, and included was record store stickers. So I'm building quite a collection of stickers. Very well packaged, I must say. I'm going to pause this and dig into it, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. I just needed some help from my trusty old knife. I once called it a redneck knife, and somebody said that wasn't politically correct. So it's not a redneck knife, it's an Appalachian American cutting device. So keep it politically correct. Came with a note. Let's see. Enjoy the Root Boy. He is an interesting guy with fantastic story. Sent you some PJ, my favorite. Hopefully you do not have it. If so, feel free to pass it on. Thanks for the support, Kimbo. And here is, holy moly. PJ, Pearl Jam. This is insane, man. I did not expect. Look, this is actually my favorite Pearl Jam album, and no, I do not have it on CD or album. I've had it on CD, and God knows what happened to that. This is cool. Pearl Jam. You gotta love Pearl Jam. I was in my 20s during the 90s. So yeah, I was really into Pearl Jam and Nirvana. It was such a breath of fresh air to come out of the hair metal 80s. And I'm not knocking hair metal. I'm not trying to disrespect anyone's taste in music. But it was nice when it was over and you were hearing this Pearl Jam Gatefold album. And it looks practically brand freaking new. And I'm gonna get to Root Boy. Root Boy Slim, and yeah, Dana said he's an interesting story. Very interesting story. George W. Bush was actually in the same fraternity as Root Boy. I don't know if they were friends. I don't know if their years in the fraternity overlapped, but Root Boy Slim and the Sex Change Band. And like I said, he's a graduate of Yale. Very out there. This is a bad analogy, but it's almost like a schizophrenic going in the studio and you never know which character was going to take over. Very, very grateful for this, man. Zoom, Root Boy Slim, and this, I'm just speechless over, my friend. And I'm going to try to get something together for both of you guys, Elliott and Dana. If you're not familiar with either of their channels, please check them out. They're wonderful parts of the VC. And I love to see the VC growing. I mean, it's growing like a weed. I don't know what else to say, guys. I'm beside myself. Thank you so much, Elliott Cruz, for this. Dana, I'm going to be in the house the rest of the day anyway, so now I know I'm going to be listening to music and enjoying this new additions to my collection. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone's staying safe. God bless you, and just be good to each other.